What's going on, guys? Homewrencher here. I'm out here making a mess in my yard, getting things together for my revival in the morning. Gonna go pick up that 79 Lincoln Continental. It's been sitting for, I don't know, I gotta look tomorrow. I've been told 28 years, 32 years, 38 years, 39 years, 17 years. I'm not sure which one it is. So I gotta get there tomorrow and see if I can look in the glove compartment and find some paperwork. And, well, you guys will be there with me. We'll look at it together and see what we can find out. But for right now, what we're gonna do, I've got a mess in this Escalade, and I just took everything out of here except for the jack and a couple things I'm gonna throw in the trash. But we're gonna go through and organize. And I got a plastic container tote thing over here. Oh, damn it. Right here. And we're gonna put stuff in there. And I got a couple bags over here that I'm gonna utilize. Ow, it's my foot. And that's my turd satchel. Now, before you say something, it's my tool utility resource dispenser. TURD. Tool utility resource dispenser. Turd satchel. Makes sense, right? Okay, so I got my turd satchel and I got my turd receptacle. I don't know what to call it. Turd box, turd holder thing. A box that I'm gonna put stuff in and slide in the back of the Escalade. That way I can just pull it and it's right there on the tail, right here. And it'll probably fall off and hit my foot again and spill and shoot spray paint in my face like I did one day. I got silver paint all over back here because I put the jack in there and the paint can fell over and I dropped the jack right on a brand new can of silver paint. It shot me in my nose and all up the side of my face. I looked like, what was that liquid Terminator on Terminator 2? T-1000 with the sword arms. And it's all, man. So let me get this trash out of here. And I'm gonna bring y'all in here and I'm gonna show you guys what you really need to go out and do a revival on a car that's been sitting. And every car is gonna be different. You're gonna have different makes and models and you have different parts you're gonna need. So you gotta do that research first. I like the task and the surprise of showing up to a vehicle that I've never looked at and doing a revival on it. Rather than going and looking at it and saying, oh, okay, I need this, 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 and this, and this. Nope. I just grab a bunch of stuff that I think I might need. I show up and do what I got to do. And usually I don't have the right stuff, and I got to go try to find a parts store in the middle of nowhere. And sometimes I just make it out of sticks and duct tape. And, you know, to be qualified to do this, you know, to grow plants and shrubs and trees and grass, they say you got to have a green thumb. Well, to do this, what I'm doing, you got to have a black thumb. No, I chopped the tip of my thumb off earlier. I was moving some stuff out of there, and next thing, ow! Blood was just, I mean, it looked like Old Faithful down there at Yellowstone. It was everywhere. But that's enough of me griping and complaining. I think it's time to get refueled here so we can get something done. Refueled. All right, be right back in a minute. All right, so what we got going on here? I'm basically putting me together a kit of things I may or may not need tomorrow doing this revival. Every car's different. They got different engines. Some of them are diesel, some of them are gas, some of them are electric. You know, you might just need to take some batteries. I don't know. But you want a decent tool kit. It ain't got to be the best name brand kit. It ain't got to be Snap-on, Matco, Craftsman. Craftsman's all right, you know. You can go to Homeless Feet, Hobo, that freight place. And they make a Pittsburgh 301 piece mechanics tool set. It's like, you can get it with your Inside Track Club and a coupon sometimes for like $1.99. That's what I use, and it works great. I've pretty much had anything I've ever needed right there in that box, with the exception of, you know, more technical items. You're going to want you a set of jack stands. You don't want to just raise the car up and be crawling under there messing with the starter or changing oil or checking your burnout marks from the day before. But, you know, you want a good jack stand. And try to get one with a locking system. That way, you know, you can lock it and it ain't going to just collapse on you. Because some of these Harbor Freight ones were recalled, actually, and you might need to check if you got some of these. This handle would actually release down instead of up. So when you would lock this down, somebody would bump that and the whole car would come down. But these, you raise it up. But they were real touchy. And a lot of things most people don't understand either. On these jack stands, when you put them together, there's a tab right here. You take a chisel or a punch, lay this on its side, and take it and punch that tab in, and it'll fold over, and it'll keep this from coming all the way out. You know, when you're trying to pick them up out of your truck, and you turn it upside down, and it does that, that's why. And I haven't done it, because I'm lazy and whatever, you know. Sometimes I need a hammer real quick, so I can just slide one of these out of there, and ha-cha-cha, I got me a hammer. So, you know, that's all. Which way does it go? Ow, with my finger. But yeah, jack stands. Of course, trusty dusty boat tank. I got this on Scamazon for like $39 maybe. It's got all the little pumpy doodad things, which I need to figure out where that went, because I'm going to need that. I don't know where that got put. Remind me to look for that, because it's got the connector that goes on here. And it's nice because it's got a little window. It tells you the level. I got a old coffee can here. It's just got basic random nuts, bolts, screws, washers, self-tappers, wiring connectors, terminal ends, electrical tape, emery cloth, you know, just stuff like that in an old coffee can. That way it's not floating and falling around everywhere in the truck. I always bring my zip zap machine, because you never know when you might need to zip zap something off. This is a Hobo Freight Bauer. It's a good unit. I love it. I've never had any problems out of it, other than that revival video with the Buick and cutting the exhaust off, and every time it would jam, the battery would go shooting off. Why? I guess I just put some tape on it, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I like to have that. An assortment of blades. I got this locking case that's Hercules brand, which is another Hobo Freight brand. Fairly cheap. You can never have enough zip ties. You might have to put your door on with it. And for that, that's why I keep this super duper 3-foot long whippersnapper here. That comes in handy. You can put a bumper on. I've held fuel tanks in with these. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Trying to get junk home, you got to get it home somehow. And of course, you know, wire strippers, stuff like that. I need to put that somewhere. That's a bag of more hose clamps. Drill bits. I always bring my grinder with my flapper disc, and I can put a wire wheel on there if I need to. If I need to clean up some brake rotors or something real quick. Comes in handy. I keep a roll of fuel line. Different dimensions, different sizes, different types. I roll it all up on the spool, keep it on there, throw it in my container, it's good to go. Also, I keep me an old cheapo clicky-clack low pressure fuel pump. This puts out about 9-10 psi, maybe tops. It's perfect to run in place of a manual fuel pump on a carbureted car, which is what we're doing tomorrow. I'm going to see if the fuel pump will pump. If not, we're just going to throw this in line and bring her home and fix her later. Of course, whatever vehicle you're going to do, go ahead and pick you up oil filter. Get one of these little MicroGuard 33002 inline fuel filters. It's the same as the Wix 33301. I think. Don't quote me on that. It comes with a good plastic see-through filter. It comes with some little spring clamps and some little pieces of fuel lines in case you need to cut a metal line and put it in place. Take your tubing cutter and cut it and put it together and do the thing with the stuff. And if I can figure out how to put it back in here, I think a rocket scientist put this box together. There we go. But yeah, I like to keep that around. Always make sure you got some stopping juice. This, I drink a shot of this and then I give the rest of the car. No, this is Berryman B12. I love this stuff. I dump a little down the carburetor, pour the onions to it a little bit, and blow all the carbon and crap off the top of the pistons and deposits off the valves and whatnot, and then I pour the rest in the boat tank here. That way my initial drive home, it's chewing on this stuff and cleaning its gums. Brake clean. Got to have some of that. I don't like to throw it directly down the carb. If I do, I'll squirt some WD-040 or some this PB Blaster, not the ones that I drink, this kind. A little shot down in there and this. That way you get some lubrication in there. I don't like just squirting brake clean down the carburetors. I know a lot of guys do, a lot of guys don't. I'd rather be a little safe. Now, if I'm pulling plugs out and I'm putting training fluid down the cylinders and rolling it over by hand, then I'll throw some brake clean or straight gas in it. But I like to try to lubricate the upper cylinder. That way we're not getting a dry start and deteriorating the cylinder wall. Like I said, assortment of drill bits, driver bits, stuff like that. Plenty of shop towels, grease rags. You never might need to blow your nose, or when you start bleeding, you need something to put over it. My Ugga Dugga machine. This is another Harbor Freight Bauer. I got one of their 20-volt cordless drills. I've got just about everything Bauer. And it's funny, I buy the Bauer tools, and then I got my Milwaukee drill and bit kit. It looks good, it matches, but you know. I like to keep some plastic dip too. You know why? I don't. It was just on the table. I don't know why. Some Lucas, because it says right here, keep that engine alive. It's 100% petroleum. High performance this is. Lucas. Heavy duty. That's what I did earlier when I got home. I went to the bathroom and I took a heavy duty. But this is oil stabilizer. And like Derek will tell you, like it says right here, oil alone is not enough. Okay? So get you some, use it. And I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Lucas Oil. But if any of y'all are watching this, I love your product, send me some, I'll use it. And I'll put it in the video. O'Reilly, same thing. Anybody, I don't care. Send me some Tootsie Rolls, I'll eat them. I just love a guide. I'm trying to build my channel. I like some cheap old Dollar Tree rope. You never know when you might have to tie something back, you know. You might have a trunk lid that don't want to shut. You don't want it going down the road and so you tie it down, or you know, you might need to make some homemade windshield whippy wiper strings for going down the road so you can pull it and whoop, whoop, whoop. I've had to do that. I always keep wiper blades with me too. At least one. You know, you don't want to scratch that windshield up or get caught in a rainstorm and you can't see nothing. I had to get me a new battery terminal cleaner. I don't know where mine went, so I just went to that Irish place down there, O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's. Eat fresh. No, that's Subway. Oh well. But you know, you can clean the terminal end and then flip it over that way and stick it on top of the posts here, like this battery I got right here, just, and it's nice and clean. Or you can stick it up your nose, get the boogers out. It stings a little bit, so be careful with that. And of course, get you a little cheapo multimeter. Now I got this thing on Amazon. What does that say? Kahwitz or something. And it's cheap, but it's good. And it's got a light on it. And I really like it. It works really well for what I do. And, you know, for going out there and doing something like that, you're going to get it wet or spill oil on it or drop it, step on it, sit on it, maybe catch it on fire, you don't know. So cheaper the better, as long as it's a better, cheaper one. I'm not talking about getting the free one at Harbor Freight when you got to purchase a $5 and they give you the one, and as soon as you open the box it falls apart. I usually just throw them things across the yard. They're junk. They're good for target practice. Once again, plenty of hose clamps. You can never have enough hose clamps. I go to O'Reilly's there and I get this 49926 Dorman box. Dorman, I know we were talking in email, so I'm giving you another shout out. Now, Titan Tools has this carbide scraper. Now, if any of you watch Junkyard Digs or Pole Barn Garage, Dalton and Kevin, what's up, guys? Love y'all. They are pushing this tool to people, and I tell you what, it's great. This is my second one. I've been using them for a while now. Titan makes it. You can pick it up at O'Reilly, or you might be able to get it on Amazon. And it's 17010 is the part number, and it's a carbide tip scraper. And you can pretty much turn brake rotors with this thing if you do it right. I mean it. I mean, it's pretty sharp, you know. It's cutting edge technology. It does the thing. It takes gasket off of surfaces. It don't mess up your aluminum surfaces. It does the thing with the stuff and makes it happen. I'll tell you that. That's pretty much that, you know. It's pretty much everything that I keep with me here. You know, I throw some flapper discs in there from a flapper discolator thingy, death wheel. You know, I got my turd satchel there that I keep other stuff in. I got another assortment of 1/4-inch sockets that's in this little bag here. It was my father-in-law's. He passed away, and sadly donated his tools down the line, but I put them to use. Dad, I wish he was alive. I miss you. Never even got to meet you, but I miss you, and I've heard a lot about you. And of course, you know, you always got to have a ridiculously long bungee cord. Now, what this comes in handy for, there's been times I've picked up cars and you can't get the daggum door to stay latched and shut. So what you do there, you take this in and you put it around the B-pillar and lock it into itself like so, and pull it tight around that window opening in that B-pillar and pull it across. Get your door shut, pull this end around, and then pull it over and hook it into it. So this is going across behind you. And it's going to hold that door shut. That way it's not flopalizing and you go flying out and, oh, that hit me right in the pee-pee. Oh. Don't do that. Don't. Oh, it's a creeper. Oh. Oh. Don't do that at home. I'm an idiot. Don't copy me. Oh, keep some jugs. Oh. I'm not cutting this. I mean, y'all need to see what happens. That way you know not to do it. Keep some antifrizz jugs around. That way you can put some water in it. That way you got water with you, because you never know, there might not be no water and you might be out there trying to milk a turnip and get some water. I keep plenty of rat shit straps. Yeah, that's what I call them, because, you know, I went to a yard sale one day and this guy had a box on his table. And there was a sign on cardboard. If I can find it in my pictures, I'll put it in the video right here. And it said, rat shit straps. You know, like rat feces, rat shit straps. I thought it was funny. I bought the whole box because it was hilarious. I'll never forget that. Just in case my Ugga Dugga quits, I always keep one of these around. That way I can break my wrist. They come in pretty handy. And then it's also fun when you get bored. You know, this end's got for popping your hubcapillator thing is off. You can get bored and just go, hi-ya! And it stabs in the ground, and then you forget about it later and you've drunk too many cold snacks, and then you trip over it and shove that end up your butt. Too much info. And of course, I got my jack in here. Well, that one's not my jack. That's actually my brother's jack. He's been kind enough to loan that to me for like 6 months now. I got to clean it up and get it back to him. I don't have a good floor jack because I'm broke. I've got a family to take care of and bills to pay, and I try to do these videos and try to pick up cars and do revivals for you guys. So the more you guys like, subscribe, comment, hit that little bell notification, that helps my channel out so I can do more things. When my channel keeps growing and I get more watch time because you guys are watching my videos and I'm making you better content as we go, I can afford better cameras and better cars and more projects and stuff like that. Maybe get a sponsorship from somebody and get some cool parts and do some cool builds. I'd love to do a carb swap on SS Glade and throw a cam in that thing. And you know, this Lincoln, I'd like to do something with that because I'm planning on getting it ready for next year's power tour. And the whole family, we just load up and go in that Lincoln and just enjoy it. That's what we got to do, people. We got to get out and enjoy life. I know it ain't cheap, but fun is important. Ain't that right, buddy? You excited to go get the car tomorrow? You gonna help me fix it and get it running? Yeah? What part are you gonna do? You gonna hold the jumper cables? That way I can get electrocuted on my nipple? Like zip, like that? No? Okay. Well, I'm gonna start getting my tote together here, and I'll show you guys how I put it together after I get it done. That way you just kind of see. You'll use something different, a box or whatever. I found that it works, so that's going to get used. That way I can just slide it in and out nice and easily. We'll be back in a few minutes. I need another beer. So there we go. Got my container in there, my bags, my jack, my handles, some wood, extension cord just in case I'm around electricity, in case I need to charge my watch or something. Might need to charge batteries and impact or something. I don't know. Got my boat tank. Y'all forgot to let me remember where my siphon thingy is. I've got to find that. So we're going to look for that, and we're going to get this other stuff here together, and that's pretty much it. I've just got to pick this stuff up because work just called me, and they need some emergency stuff, so I've got to go handle that. But that'll be it for this video. See you guys tomorrow morning. That's why I got to go move some things right now. That way I got tomorrow so we can go do this revival. So I'll see y'all tomorrow after I get back. I'll edit all the video, throw it out. I'm going to edit this real quick and throw this out for you guys right now. That way you got something, you can see what's going on. And I don't know, you can laugh at me or tell me I'm an idiot. I don't care. Y'all have a good day, a good night. God bless you.